What we say, yeah, exactly that. So relax your foot and let the man pull your foot up. It's exactly the kind of action that
I found it had a massive benefit with the way I was running. It doesn't add a lot of weight to your training, so you kind of don't notice too much difference in the way of anything on your feet as such, but it does create a lot more emphasis on your dorsiflex, and you do notice the difference once you take off the product. There you feel lighter, your running action is a lot more fluid. So I felt like I really did feel like I benefited trying it out, just giving it a go.
Excellent. So it's been a few minutes since you've worn the Freq Reflex.
Yeah.
Are you still getting that light feeling?
Yeah, there is still an emphasis on kind of maintaining that position of your feet, kind of keeping the cycle motion natural and fluid, and the way you want to run if you're in a race or in a training session. So I think it's a great product if that's what you're aiming for as well.
Okay. Do you feel like putting your foot up? Yeah. And it's a bit stronger, isn't it? Yeah, we've got 5.
I thought it was really good. Just like now, I feel like my feet are just constantly, my toes just constantly pointing up. I just feel a lot lighter. I felt like it was really promoting the springy bounce when I was using it. Definitely could see myself using it.
That was after doing quite a hard endurance session as well, and you're still feeling the effects of it several minutes after using the product.
Yeah, still felt the benefits from it. Still felt like I was still able to use it absolutely perfectly fine. It felt really good. I think you can use it for it. I think it's multi-purpose use, and I think you have to find out what works for you. But I think definitely for me, it would be using it for like a strength and conditioning thing. Trying to use it in spare time. As a marathon running, you spend a lot of time running, so definitely in drills and things like that. So yeah, definitely think you could use it in drills and when you get a spare moment in front of the TV, like I said earlier, just to use it to play and stuff. So.
Michael, so what are your thoughts on the Freq Reflex?
It felt springier when I was having the product when I took it off. I felt like I could just extend my legs more, lift my legs up, just stride out more. Like mentally, you feel like, well, physically, you feel like you can just push off, go faster.
Excellent. And you've just finished an endurance training session as well, haven't you? And you're still getting that feeling?
Yeah, it's weird, yeah. It felt good.
How do you feel the athletes reacted to using the product?
They seemed to have a positive effect once they were using it. They felt a difference. They said it could get their foot into the position that they needed to get into. I think any positive feedback from the athlete was a positive for us.
After they did the sprint test with the product on, how did they react to it?
Yeah, they said they felt the training effect, which is, as an SSC coach, anything that we can use that's going to give us an edge. I think we have to have a little bit of an interest in. I think Speed Freq could be another tool in the box for us to use to gain that little advantage.
As a coach yourself, how would you see yourself using it with your athletes?
Well, I suppose I would look towards the technical coach and get some feedback off him, and we'd probably try and implement a program using specific movement patterns that we could implement directly into their training program, into their sprint training program.
Do you coach a lot of plyometrics in your training sessions?
I do indeed.
So do you think it could be helpful for that?
I think we'd get some really interesting outcomes from Speed Freq. I'd be really interested to see what, over a period of time, they implement a training program over a few-week period, 6-week period maybe, and see what test and retest we could glean from that.
Smash it out. How did you feel when you used the Freq Reflex?
Yeah, it was really good. I'll be honest. It felt like I could just get a better knee lift as I'm running it. So the pickup phase felt really good, and I felt like even the after effect after taking it off, you still feel that kind of spring in your step.
How was it to after your sprint test?
I couldn't slow down. Once you got into that knee lift phase of sprinting, it just felt like it was very hard for me to slow down because I was just getting constant reflex from the ground or reaction. So it felt good. I couldn't get out of that position, and it took me a while just to basics.
Are you still getting that the feeling of bringing your foot up?
I'm getting some feedback in there still. I still feel like I can almost go into that dorsiflexion position quite easily.
What I want you to do is push against the band and relax it, and then pull your foot up.
I really liked it. I felt a difference. As soon as I put it on, I felt a difference. As soon as I took it off.
When you did your sprint test with the product on, how did that make you feel?
It felt weird initially because you've got the band that's forcing the dorsiflex basically. So it felt weird, but as I was running, it kind of felt springy, like bouncy, which made it kind of harder to slow down after the 30 meters. I was still carrying the momentum, so it just took a while to slow it down, but that's literally because I felt really bouncy and springy. When I took it off, it was weird again, because I was used to something forcing my toe up. However, because I experienced the feeling, I knew what I had to do. So I knew that I had to keep my toe dorsiflex, and because it was used to being in that position prior. So I felt like I could reach top speed. It's the same as when I had the bands on. So it was definitely more effective than before I had the bands on.
How would you like to use it as an athlete, you know?
In my training?
Yeah, in your training.
Well, I'm a jumper, but obviously you have to be a sprinter before you're a jumper. So in terms of my runway, that would definitely help, especially with my start as well. I tend to drag my feet, and that's because I don't dorsiflex. So that will help in training and before a jump session or before a competition, just so that my foot gets used to being dorsiflex. So I'm more efficient on the runway.
Do you feel like you could actually do a long jump or a triple jump with the product actually on?
Yeah, I was saying as soon as we finished, I was just like, I want to try jumping with these. That's the first thing I said to my coach. So it's quite exciting. It's an exciting product, and I think it will help me definitely, not just for sprinters, but for jumpers. Anything with players as well, definitely help.
When I put it on the first time, it actually felt really great. That I'm bringing up my toes up, which I'm meant to be doing when I'm running all the time. So it's really great support on my foot. Yeah, really easy to put on, really easy to clip on as well. Doesn't give me any problems that will, little niggles. It actually controls the power that I put down on the ground instead of being side to side or left and right, because when you're running, you run forward, not side to side. So being able to control my foot as it comes down was great.
How did it feel actually initially after using the product, as soon as you took it off?
It actually felt better, because then now I don't have to think about it, it's automatic, because I've worked with it now.
How do you feel you might want to use the products in your training? How do you think it would benefit you?
It would benefit me a lot, especially when I'm doing hill stuff and basic plyometrics and bounding. Bringing up the technique would be really great, so I can actually use it in my races.
How did it feel when you put the Freq Reflex on for the first time?
Well, the very first time I put it on, the first thing that I noticed is that it helps me to keep my toes up without me even trying, which is imperative in running. So I thought that was the first thing that I noticed. It felt different but effective because, like I said, it helped me keep my toes up, and I actually have to strike the ground to get the benefit of it. So that was good. Yeah, because like I'm conscious of striking to get the best out of it, and I feel like when you strike, you get more out of it because it helps you turn over.
Could you stop after running through the
No,
light gates?
actually it took a while to slow down. So because it's so springy, you actually have to like keep going before you can slow down. So you can't immediately stop after you finish the 60 or 30 meters that you did.
30 meters, When you did your first sprint after using the product,
oh, that was a big difference. It was a big difference in it because I felt my legs felt way lighter, and like I said, I went from resistance to no resistance, because with the band I felt like it was more like a resistance running, and without the band it was just, I just feel like I could turn over. Actually, I was turning over faster than I can control. So I think the product is very effective if you want to build speed, because when you don't have it, you're still in that same mindset that you have to run with the same power, and when you do, it's just so much quicker without you even noticing.
Could you see yourself using this product in the future?
Oh, of course. I feel like it's very effective, especially for sprinters, because you get the power, you get your toes flexing, and the dry phase is great because it's like, it's speed, but it teaches you to control your speed, which is important in sprinting. So I think it's great. I'll use it.
Excellent. Excellent.
I feel very springy. I feel like I can go again.
Oh, really?
I think it was effective. Like I can feel the difference from prior to putting the product on and then using it and then sprinting without it. because everything is just awake. You're more conscious of your movements, because with the product it teaches you to be focused in what you're doing. So